Hello everyone, this is Ritu from Women Engineering College and I am going to represent my industrial training presentation on ethical hacking. I have done this training from intern Shala in online mode. The time duration of this training is 8 weeks. The topics we will cover in this presentation are what is ethical hacking, types of hackers, hacking process, types of attacks, what should we do after hacked, why do we need ethical hacking, advantages and disadvantages of hacking, vulnerabilities and outcomes of this training. Let us start with what is hacking. Hacking is the art or technique of finding and exploiting a security loophole in an infrastructure like a website, a software, a computer. While hacking might not always be for malicious purpose, nowadays most reference to hacking and hackers characterize them an awful activity by cyber criminals motivated by financial gain, protest, information gathering, and even just for the fun of the challenge. There are two types of hacking: unethical hacking and ethical hacking. Unethical hacking is when a hacker uses his knowledge to steal or damage to other people's. It is known as unethical hacking. Like stealing, unethical hacking is also a crime, and if caught, the thief would be arrested. Ethical hacking is when a hacker helps organization or individual with finding security loopholes and fix them with their permission. It is rendered to as ethical hacking. This is legal because you take permission from the system owner. A hacker is a person skilled in information technology who uses their technical knowledge to achieve a goal or overcome an obstacle within a computerized system by a non-standard means. There are three main classes of hackers: white hat, grey hat, black hat. The first hacker is white hat. White hat hackers are also known as ethical hackers. They never intend to harm a system. Rather, they try to find out weakness in a computer or a network system as a part of penetration testing and vulnerability assessments. Ethical hacking is not legal and it is one of the demanding jobs available in the IT industry. There are numerous companies that hire ethical hackers for penetration testing and vulnerability assessments. Second is black hat. Black hat hackers are also known as crackers, are those who hack in order to gain unauthorized access to a system and harm its operation or steal sensitive information. Black hat hacking is always illegal because of its bad intent, which includes stealing corporate data, violating privacy, and damaging the system, blocking network communication. Third one is grey hat hackers. Grey hat hackers are a blend of both black hat and white hat hackers. They act without malicious intent but for their fun. They exploit a security weakness in a computer system or network without the owner's permission or knowledge. Their intent is to bring the weakness to the attention of the owners and getting appreciation or a little bounty from the owners. Hacking process. There are mainly 5 phases in hacking. Not necessarily a hacker has to follow these 5 steps in a sequential manner. It is a step-wise process and when followed yields a better result. Reconnaissance, scanning, gaining access, maintaining access, clearing tracks. The first step is reconnaissance. This is the first step of hacking. It is also called as footprinting and information gathering phase. This is a preparatory phase where we collect as much information as possible about the target. We usually collect information about 3 groups that are network, host, and people involved in the target. There are 2 types of footprinting: active footprinting and passive footprinting. Active footprinting is directly interact with the target to gather information about the target. Example, using Nmap tool to scan the target. Passive footprinting is trying to collect the information about the target without directly accessing the target. This involves collecting information from social media, public websites. Second phase is scanning. There are three types of scanning: port scanning, vulnerability scanning, network mapping. This phase involves in port scanning. The phase involves scanning the target for their information like open ports, live system, various services running on the host. In vulnerability scanning, checking the target for weakness or vulnerabilities which can be exploited, usually done with the help of automated tools. In network mapping, finding the topology of network, routers, firewall serves, if any, and host information and drawing a network diagram with the available information. This map may serve as a valuable piece of information throughout the hacking process. Third phase is gaining access. This phase is where an attacker breaks into the system network using various tools or methods. After entering into a system, he has to increase his privilege to administrator level so he can install an application he needs or modify data or hide data. Fourth phase is maintaining access. Hackers may just hack the system to show it was a vulnerable so that he want to maintain or persist the connection in the background without the knowledge of the user. This can be done using trojans, rootkits, or other malicious files. The aim is to maintain the access to the target until he finishes the task he planned to accomplish in that target. Fifth phase is clearing task. No thief wants to get caught. An intelligent hacker always clears all evidence so that in the later point of time, no one will find any traces leading to him. This involves modifying, corrupting, deleting the values of logs, modifying registry values, and uninstalling all application he used and deleting all folders he created. There are four types of attacks: operating system attacks, misconfiguration attacks, application level attacks, wrap code attacks. Operating system attacks: finding operating system vulnerabilities and exploit them. For example, buffer overflow and unpatched system. Misconfiguration attacks targeted towards databases, networks, web servers, application platforms. It happens due to misconfiguration of the deployed devices or systems. In application level attacks, attackers are targeted towards the installed application. Example, buffer overflow, cross-site scripting, SQL injection. In Shrink Wrap code attacks using default or off-the-shelf components, it happens if the code script is not fine-tuned. What should we do after we hacked? We should follow some of the following below. Isolate your computer, shut down and remove the hardware device, scan the drive for injection and malware, backup important files, move the drive back to the PC, completely wipe the old hard drive, reload the operating system, reinstall security software, scan data backup disk, make a complete backup of the system. Need of ethical hacking. Ethical hacking offers an objective analysis of organization information, security posture for organization of any level of security expertise. As organization of all sizes and sophistication levels can benefit from objective, expert, third-party analysis, ethical hacking has become a more mainstream service in the past decade. Advantages of ethical hacking are: this helps to fight against cyber terrorism and to fight against national security breaches. This helps to take preventive action against hackers. This helped to build a system that prevent any kind of penetration by hackers. This offers security to banking and financial establishment. This helps to identify and close the open holes in a computer system or network. Disadvantages of ethical hacking. This may corrupt the files or data of an organization. They might use information gained for malicious use. Subsequently, trustful programmers are expected to have achievement in this framework. By hiring such professionals will increase cost to the company. This technique can harm someone's privacy. This system is illegal. What is vulnerabilities in ethical hacking? A vulnerability is a flaw that could lead to the compromise of the confidentiality, integrity, or availability of an information system. Vulnerability identification involves the process of discovering vulnerabilities and documenting these into an inventory within the target environment. What are the outcomes of this training? Conduct investigations and analyze of the target system to identify any security or system vulnerabilities from the hacker's point of view and suggest a remedy. Identify legal and ethical issues related to vulnerability and penetration testing. Help implement a state-of-the-art network that can withstand security breaches. Help government agencies in a safeguarding a notitions infrastructure from extremists. Protect customer data and information by implementing best-in-class security practices, thereby maintaining trust and confidence. Do a control assessment on enterprise network and system by mimicking a real-time attack, identifying and report flows to better prepare for impending malicious hacker attacks. This is the certificate of the industrial training on ethical hacking from Internshala. Thank you.